For our supplies, we're going to need something to pin our work to. This is a rubber tile. It is about 1/2 metre by 1/2 metre, or 1/2 yard by 1/2 yard, and it is rubber. You can buy them, well, I got mine from a hardware shop, and they are used as floor mats, and you can also probably buy them in the kids section, and they're great for putting down for little babies so that if they fall down that they don't hurt themselves. We're also going to need, oh, and you could also use a towel, like a bath towel, and cover it with the Glad wrap so that you don't get the project stuck to it. I haven't used the next one, which is a cork tile, but they can also be purchased at hardware stores or anywhere that sells flooring or tiles. And I think that they would work quite well too because they're made of cork. You could also buy a cork board from your stationery shop and use that. You will need some pins. They need to be rustless. If they rust, they are going to leave yucky marks, bright orange rust marks on your projects. So you need something with rustless. These ones are wedding pins or wedding dress pins, and they are fantastic and they do not rust. They are very small, quite fine, but they are perfect for this project. What I have done is I've got some cling wrap or Glad wrap. It's just that clear plastic wrap that you put over your leftover food or wrap sandwiches with. And I've just pinned it down in various spots just to keep it in place. We've also got some glue. This is just kids glue and it's white and runny. And you will need a glue that is, when you wash your brushes, that you wash it out with water. At the end of this video, I'll put in a video clip where I used different glue and it didn't go so well, and you can have a bit of a giggle. So this one, it dries clear, washes out with water. It's non-toxic, so it's good for kids. So that's just, I got that from my craft store. And you're going to need a bowl or a plastic container and a spoon or something to measure your glue, and you're going to need some hot water as well. So we'll pop that there. We're going to get our glue. And we're going to use equal parts glue to equal part water. It doesn't have to be exact, but you're going to get it as close as you can. I'm going to use one, this is just a dessert spoon, or I don't know, it's not a soup spoon, I'm pretty sure it's a dessert spoon, but this is going to be my measure. So I'm going to just pour it on. Just get most of it off the spoon so that when I put my hot water on there, it's, you know, a reasonably good measurement. So I'll just leave that, grab some water. So I've just boiled a kettle, and this is reasonably hot, so be careful not to burn yourself. If you are a child, please get an adult to help you. You want to add about the same amount of hot water. We're just going to stir it around. What we're going to do is we're just going to combine it. Of course, if you're doing a bigger project, I've just got the Snowflake that I have a video tutorial on. This is using worsted weight or Templar yarn, and this is using double knit or 8-ply yarn, so you can see the difference in sizes. I'll put the video for those in the description box. I'm using a red one because I want to experiment to see if when it dries, it actually does dry clear and doesn't make this red one go all funny. If it does, it doesn't matter, I can wash out the glue. So I've just stirred that around, and that's pretty good. I'm actually gonna take my rings off because I do not want them covered in glue. I'll just get all the glue off the spoon. I don't know if you can hear that wind outside. And you're going to grab your project. So this is just acrylic yarn. And this is quite sticky. We're going to pop that in there. We're going to make sure that this is soaking wet. So as you can see, if you had a bigger project, you would need a lot more glue and water. But I'm squeezing this and I can tell by when my hands are actually getting wet, so I know that there is excess glue in there, and that actually feels like it's all wet. So I can tell that that is going to work. I know you can't see it on the video probably, but that is wet. See how my hand is shiny? So I'm going to pop the bowl aside. Just going to move that out the way. What we want to do is place our snowflake down. I'm just going to wash my hands. What we want to do now is just pin out the corners. So I've just got 3 pins for each corner because there's 3 points. I've already pinned this one here, so I'm just going to pull it across and pin the other one. We want to do this to all of the points on the snowflake. Once we have them all pinned out, we're just going to leave it to dry. This will probably take a couple of days if it's winter, or maybe about 24 hours if it's not. You could use a hairdryer to speed up the process, or place it in a warm spot. Just be careful not to get the hairdryer too close, as we want it to dry evenly. I have repeated the same thing with the red one, and the red one does have a little bit of glue that's noticeable, but it is still wet, so we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. I did exactly what I did to the white one with the red one, and with the red one, it has a very, very slight white tinge to it. You can just see that it's got glue on it. I wouldn't say that it's noticeable, but because I know that I've had glue on this, I know that it's there. I'm sure if you put it on a Christmas tree with all the decorations and everything, you would probably not even notice that you have glue on there. So it has been, what day is it? Today's Tuesday, and I filmed the gluing part on Saturday, so it's been a few days, and they are perfectly dry. I'm just going to take the pins out. And because we put the plastic film or the plastic wrap underneath, it won't stick to the surface that we've got them on. So I'm just putting my hand underneath the plastic, and then I'm just peeling this snowflake off. And on the back it does have, if you can see those little bits of glue. I wonder if we can actually just scratch them off. Okay, so it seems on the red one that the glue doesn't work perfectly because I don't know if it's actually going to show up on the camera. Just at the end of my finger, can you see the glue? Oh, my fingernails are clean. Yeah, they're reasonably clean. Is that showing up? Can you see the little white thing there? So it's where the yarn's fuzzy, the glue's actually what do you call it? I don't know, it's, you can still see it a little bit. But the other side, this side's quite good, but you can see it. I don't know if that's showing up on the camera, but you can see it on that side. It's only clear glue. So obviously this works the best with the white. So let's peel the white off. Because obviously the glue is set or dried white. Yeah, see, I'm sure it's on the back, but it doesn't show up. And as you can see, that's balanced on my finger. You can tell, it wasn't really balanced, but you can tell by how it just hit that, how hard it is. So this would look fantastic. All you need to do now is grab some ribbon, or you could grab a piece of white yarn and tie it to the top there. That's turned out so awesome. Can you hear that? That's how hard it's gone. So you can experiment. You could experiment with the coloured one. And I'm just going to wash that now because, I mean, it is stiff, but I do not like the back. If it was going to only be on this side, then you could probably get away with it. But I'm going to wash that out and I'm going to experiment with the mixes of the glue versus the water. Maybe if there wasn't so much glue, it might not dry as funny, but I will experiment. If not, if it doesn't work, I will just sew that to a hat or a bag or something like that. So that was a really good experiment to see if the red one would work. And obviously it does, but not what I would call, not to my standards. I want it to look perfect, and it doesn't look perfect because it's very slightly got a white sheen to it, and the back, it's not as good. But anyway, that's just giving you ideas on how you can stiffen up your snowflakes. This is going to look awesome hanging. So I hope you enjoyed that video, something a little bit different than my normal tutorials. If you need the tutorial to the snowflake and also the written pattern by Mickey's Crafty Corner, I will put the links that you need in the description box for the video tutorial and the written pattern. Please subscribe. We always have crochet tutorials here on this YouTube channel. If you'd like to see other crochet tutorials that I have, click on my username, which is normally normally below or to the side of this video. BobbyWilson123, click that and it will take you straight to my channel and you can see all my videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy crochet. I am going to put some water in with my glue. I've got just a fork here and I've got boiling water. I don't know if you can see the steam on the camera. And it's going to be equal amounts of water than it is glue. Now, if you've got that white craft glue, the other craft glue, you could probably just mix that with cold water. We are just going to mix it around. And apparently this glue doesn't mix with water. And it really stinks. It smells like nail varnish remover, which I'm assuming is acetone or something in there. Back to the drawing board. Oh, it's like that slime. Well, off to the craft shop I go to buy more glue.